Eat dirt.
All right, good evening, everyone. We'll be having another finals match for round 2. It's going to be Barncat, the man who helped me out last stream with commentary, and Fast and Hate, another great player. I'm very, if I remember correctly, I think Fast and Hate is running. I know Barncat has Guardians and Black Order, and Fast and Hate has. I don't want to look. I'm trying to remember. I got it. I got it right here. Brotherhood. Yep, he's running Brotherhood. So it should be a very, very interesting match. So as soon as they load in and they throw in their roster, we'll have a quick look at it. Alright, I think we'll be able to have a quick peek here at Mr. Barncat's roster, which will be, like I said, Guardians and Black Order. So you got your Corvus, Thanos, and Proxima Midnight for Black Order. And Guardians, you got Star-Lord, Rocket, Drax, Gamora, and Groot. And the two odd men out are Ghost Rider, who is always he's really popular in Guardians of the Galaxies, and Hawkeye. Hawkeye is always good in any situation with his big range 5 attack. And while we're waiting to see the other roster, we can have a quick look at his mission cards, which are Demons Downtown, Gamma Wave, always a fun match to watch when a Gamma Wave is involved. Sword Base, we've got Alien Ship, Research Station, and Skrull Infiltrate World Leadership. And for his tactics, he's running Blind Obsession, Blood to Spare, Climbing Gear, Deadly Duo, Deal with the Devil, Field Dressing, Indomitable, Medpack, Mothership, and No Matter the Cost. We'll have a quick look here at the Brotherhood lineup for tonight. So of course Magneto and Mystique for the leaders. You got Juggernaut, Iron Fist, Bullseye, Black Cat, Toad, Scarlet Witch, Rogue, and Quicksilver. And let's go have a quick peek at the priority roll. So we'll have 2 hits on Barcat's side, and looks like we will have priority on Fast and Hate. So I'll just activate the streamer view so we get all the information. Alright. And the mission that are picked are, Research Station and Sword Base. So it's going to be a low threat number. I think both teams are built to be played 14 or 16. I don't think none of them matters. With Guardians being low threat, and Brotherhood, you can always go with Mystique if you're running at 14 or 16. Alright. So we'll have the Researcher right here in the middle. So for people who've never played the Researcher, so at the end of the round, whoever has the most people contesting the Researcher, you get to move him a range of 2. But if the Researcher eventually ends up on this side, the other team will get an extra 2 points. Depending, it doesn't matter if they're winning the contest or not. If they do win at the end of the round, they get 4 points. But if they lose it, they'll still get a 2 point because the Researcher is within 1 of the evac points. So Barncat needs to bring the Researcher on this side, and Fast and Hate needs to bring it on his side here. And of course, you got the Sword Base across the middle. Boom, boom, boom. Sword Base I've never actually played a lot, but yeah. It's whoever controls the most Swords Base gets 3 victory points. So each round has a possibility of 5 points. So it can either be a quick match or a very slow pace, then back and forth. But I can't wait for them to get started. And there's only a few more matches left in round 2, and after that we'll be heading over, I think, top 6, top 12. I think it went 32, 16, so the finals are halfway through. And then I don't know how long the wait period is going to be before season 8 kicks off, but I still can't wait. I can't wait to get back into it. I think I've learned so much in the first season and all my match afterwards, so I'm really I'm still myself testing out rosters. Right now, I am thinking going Avengers, but I might follow the trend and go with Criminal Syndicate, especially with Daredevil coming in now with a new leadership role in Criminal Syndicate. So you can have him with Kingpin. Oh my god. So we are going 16 wide, and Barncat is going Black Order. I was sure he was going to go Guardians, but no, 16, he's going all in. And on the other side, they are not joking. Magneto, Juggernaut, Iron Fist, and Toad. So it's going to be one crazy match. Of course, there's going to be clocks. And the time is, they got an hour 15 each. Looking forward to trying my first league in season 8. Yeah, dude. My first season was 7. I found the group a few weeks before the season started. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting in on this. And the community and everybody in this on the Discord is simply amazing. We're all here to play and have fun and get better. And I've got nothing bad to say, really, about the way the league is run. It's quite awesome. Alright, so we've got Mag squaring off face to face with Thanos. Alright, Juggernaut is going to be dropped. I can't wait to see how they're going to play this. We got Iron Fist down. Corvus right beside his main man. Alright, I'll be sure to... Next time my PC idles like that, I'll use my little software that I didn't have activated last match. And just subtract that sound from the background. Alright, so we got Toad right there. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. So I'm going to tilt the camera like so. Alright. So, put the camera like this. I don't think there'll be a lot of action. The action won't be spread out like any other matches. But if you would like to see a different angle, something during the stream, don't be shy, just let me know. I will zoom in and try to give you guys the best view possible. So first activation will go to Toad. And we'll just hippity hop. Didn't have to go that close, but I guess if he wants to be there for the to stop Proxima to just flip it, he'll need to be within the so. He is definitely smarter than me. First short base will go to Brotherhood, and that will be Toad's activation. And let's see if Barncat is going to pass. He's going for it, so Proximo will get her move. Place yourself within one and roll.
Yeah, man! Thank you for that follow! Go!
I just love it.
Thank you, dude!
How you doing, Walsh? It's been a while, man. I got back into streaming this week, actually. This is my second stream back. Past year I've been playing this wonderful game, tabletop miniature game, and since now I'm mostly playing on PC, the tabletop simulator, I figured, hey, why not stream some matches? So right now, I think Proxima tried to roll to get her the third base, but did not succeed. And we got Juggernaut moving and going for the other sword base. That's good, man. That's good. It's fun though, because I went into other streams and I still see people rocking some of those graphics that I made a long time ago. So yeah, I've been working also as movie editor, mostly just making cuts and all that for a particular company who does adult videos. So I've been working for them for the past year. Alright, so Juggernaut has now secured the other far base. So I'm curious to see what Barncat is going to do now with Thanos and Corvus. Yeah, well, if you went on my Twitter, then you know exactly for what company I work for. It's a different pace of. Let's just say, after an 8-hour shift, my eyes are quite burning. But I'm pretty sure they are worse jobs out there. And it's funny because I'm getting paid better than I was when, let's say, I was a manager at Costco or at Starbucks. So it's just a change of pace, just being behind a computer all day and doing what I do. Yeah, exactly. So we got Corvus, who is going right there in the middle, securing a researcher, and we'll probably secure also the sword base. So now the middle base is secured by Black Order. And now the ball is in the Brotherhood's court for what they will do to reply for this. Looking for a full package? Well, yes, I am. I actually I got all my licenses back from Adobe, so we can get started on that. So we can talk later. Maybe send me a message. And, oh, 1 second. So yeah, like I was saying, just hit me up with the info, what theme you would like, and how's the stream been going for you, man? I've been, like, when I took my year off, I didn't go on Twitch. I'm actually on I did a new Discord account, so I'm, like, approaching this brand new. So we got Iron Fist now, who is contesting now the middle point with Corvus. Thanos is, of course, going to come in and move all of them players with his Mind Stones and all those beautiful shenanigans that Thanos does. He's actually probably going to try to place himself so that Magneto can't reach Researcher. And we'll push him back. Of course, Magneto has this short movement, so it's going to take him a while to get back in the middle. And I'm pretty sure now he's going to move Mr. Fist. Like so. Yep. And secure the middle. And I guess we'll try to get the sword base on the later. Oh, I see. So he's probably gonna try to portal Corvus right there. So he's within 3 approximately. Sure, Wash. We can do this whenever. Just let me know when you want to do it. We can sit down and talk and get some ideas going, and I can help you out, pick what type of theme, just by talking about what you like and all that, and I'm pretty sure we'll figure something out. So Magneto will try to balance himself on top of that truck. Sounds good. A little bit closer. You might want to throw. No. Kind of fits. There's a little bit of overhang, but like that should be fun. Kind of look, if you look at the hands, they're trying to. And did you ever work out to get that logo as a tip jar like you had on Mixer? Oh god, I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure I can pretty much work out any type of effect or. But yeah, can't remember exactly Mixer that is so far. I miss Mixer. I miss the platform on that. I don't want to diss Twitch or anything, but I don't know. I was more of a Mixer dude. Even though I left Mixer like a month before it closed down. At the end of the day, I do like that platform a lot more than I do this Twitch place. Alright, so that was round 1. So the Researcher is going to go to the Black Order so that he will score 2 points. And Brotherhood, since they have 2 sword bases, they will end up having 3 points. And again, Black Order will be able to place that Researcher a distance of 2, range 2 from their current position. So, get to see. Just go straight in there. Yep. Oh, not really yet. And now Mags will drop his construct. goes. He's really trying to place it probably. I'm pretty sure he's looking into, nope. Oh, the sword base makes you, that's right, I forgot about that. Whoever's controlling the sword base gets to place a character of the other team, like exactly what happened in Corvus. What? Sorry about that. My son was telling me about how well he did in Sea of Thieves, fighting them ghost ships, smoking. Alright, so I think Thanos is going to start off with, at least I'm guessing he will start with Thanos. Some measuring going on. And down here we do have Toad and Proxima, who can always duke it out. If he could get this base, find some kind of way to get rid of Toad and get that sword base and keep the middle. Bombcat will be in good business. Right now, it's too early to tell which side will get an advantage. No attack has been done in the first round. It's always scary to see an Iron Fist halfway through getting an his attack. So right now, I think we got Proxima going into Toad, maybe? If so, that is a great attack. Yep, Toad is now dazed. So, as I was saying, if he could have done that, and now he gets the control here, and he did it with one attack, so he still has an action that he can do. So Proxima could actually move away and maybe be in range of Corvus and take out Iron Fist at the same time. It would be cheeky, but it could work. We are... Alright, so we got one block on Fast and Hate, and another solid roll here. We got 4 damage. That is 3 going into Iron Fist. He'll get poison. But again, Iron Fist now is only 1 away from getting his patent move. Right, Crab? Proxima is getting stuff done. And if she can get within 3 of Corvus on this placement, that's going to be an awesome activation. Because then he can go straight ahead with Corvus and finish off Iron Fist. And sure, it leaves Thanos open with a Magneto and Juggernaut. But, oh yeah, he's in. I'm pretty sure he's going to go husband and wife here. So husband and wife, for people who don't know, is just that after Proxima plays or Corvus plays, they get to activate the other one. So we'll have a Corvus who's going to move in and try to finish off Iron Fist. And at the same time, we'll be in position to contest a researcher. And of course, Thanos will probably play for Decree. Oh yeah. Big attack coming up. Oof. That is 5 right now with 2 crits. And oh my god. So 7 damage. And Iron Fist is only blocking 1, so that is a dazed Iron Fist. Corvus is just this is mission completed for the left side of the board here. The bottom base on Black Order, the middle one is Black Order with Thanos sitting on it. But now we have Mags and Juggernaut left of it. What's great about this is that even though he just dazed 2 players that weren't activated, he's still playing husband and wife. He will keep that priority for each turn. Ooh, Thanos just took 4 damage from that big truck. If somebody can do some damage on good old Thanos, it would be Magneto. But he is a bit low on power to start throwing everything left and right. He's only got 3 power left. I think Magneto will be going into, hard to tell, whoever it is, he's not blocking anything, and Mags is doing 4 now. So I think that was a, yep, this is a dazed, no, almost dazed Thanos at 7 damage out of 8. I think he has medpack, so if he survives, he can always medpack himself and drop back to 4. But Magneto still can throw a construct, which I think he just did. Thanos is not blocking nothing today, so we'll take the last damage. Yep. That is too bad. So there won't be any extra points for KOing characters in this game because Thanos is out of the picture. Although field dressing is nope. Corvus has 2 power and Proxima is out of range. That was maybe another attack, maybe in Corvus. Yes, nope, Proxima. Proxima just got attacked by Magneto, and she's gonna get pushed. Which I don't think can really affect anything. She does have a long move. And she's back into range to maybe KO Toad next round, so I'm not too worried about that push. I am curious to see how Juggernaut will probably just cross the board here and come and flip this middle point here, sort of this. what they're pointing at. Message. Are you reading something about a blood to spare? When a Black Order character would be dazed by an enemy effect, if you spend 3 power to play this card, the character immediately performs an attack. Before gaining a dazed token, if the attack results, the character removing damage is not dazed. I don't know what they are disgusting. But I see the hand going back onto Blood to Spare. Which technically would... It's approximately I just spend... Okay, Corvus. Oh. So he just played Mothership onto Proxima. Now Proxima is in range to field dress Mr. Thanos. I don't know why that push was... I'm very curious to see why Proxima ended up not being... Very interesting. Because right now Juggernaut has 2 missions to do. He needs to come in and prevent the researcher to be moved again, be scored, and switch to base. If not, Barncat will be getting 5 points. That's right. Juggernaut's going to move until he hits someone. So he is contesting the researcher, but I don't think he's going to get close enough to also get the swords. I think he might have both. Oh, no, he is just out. Juggernaut will... It's just spent to do... Okay, he's going to be throwing Corvus along. With the card, I think it's Do You Know Who I Am? Yep, Do You Know Who I Am? You can throw any character size 4 or less along. That is the only throw in the game that can throw a character along. And that is a long way. But at the same time, he is So if I'm Juggernaut, my next play is 2 days Proxy. But he's done. No, that's right, because he moved and then, yeah, he didn't have any action. Alright, so now it is 5-5. Close battle. We got a full powered up Thanos. That's going to want to do a lot of damage. And if I am a Brotherhood, I will try to actually take this researcher and put it back in the middle. Maybe even more in an angle this way.
Yeah, man. Thank you for that follow.
Lucas, thank you for the follow.
Go! Thank you, dude. Hell.
The beautiful voice I have when I scream. Alright, so Mr. Max, what is he gonna be up to? You guys don't mind? I like to zoom in sometimes when the action is all in that one area. We got an Iron Fist full of power that can come in and activate a character. And I'm pretty sure he's eyeing himself a Thanos, which I would think it is why he's going to be pushed towards Corvus. Like who to push, 'cause they're all dangerous at the moment. This is a very, very important round. Alright. Is well within 2. Probably going to be a Corvus activation. You want to get rid of Iron Fist as fast as possible because of his Iron Fist attack. We also got a Magneto over there sitting on 9 power. Oh. Or you just, if you move Corvus away from there, you lose that base. Why would you run away? Yeah, I think Corvus could actually put 5 damage into Iron Fist. You hope that your builder gives you enough power, then you can actually rack some 2-3 power, maybe add some death blow in your second attack. Or Glaive's Edge. I think he's actually looking to see if he goes with Proximal, can he activate Corvus afterwards? Ooh, what's that? Cookies? Yummy! Big old cookies. Thank you. Merci. They're so, and they're all hot too. Mm. Very good cookie. I never eat during stream. Those are hot, moist chocolate chip cookies. All right. I mean, it would be a gamble, but I would try to do my builder to Iron Fist, hopefully get 2 power. Right? And then when you do Death Blow, you get medium movement, and you go over here. And then you activate that Arsenal. A lot of thinking going on right now. He's looking at every option possible. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Corvus is going in. And he's going to strike Mr. Iron Fist. And hope to get that extra power to, after that, do a Death Blow. Ooh, looking very good with 3 crits because of the Reality Stone. So 3 hits. And sadly, right now, Mr. Iron Fist was blocked. Oh, that went into Toad. Because he wanted that to be sure to get that power. He wanted to Toad. Toad blocked 2 of them. And now he will Slippery. Whoop. What will be Corvus' second move? There's not a lot of options. You can Glaive's Edge his next attack to have blanks, to be sure. That is it. So yeah, he is going to go into Iron Fist with adding his blanks. Not looking good so far. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And Iron Fist is blocking. Oh, because of the blanks, he's blocking. Okay. So only one. It's really rare that Corvus is just to be underwhelming like that. And then I think Iron Fist is safe at the moment. Now, if you activate him now, bring him in. Because if he comes in and gets his attack on Thanos, that's he'll be activated, and there's no way out of that. And now the researcher, is exactly over here. So that big building got thrown, and Thanos, he blocked 2. Well, he blocked 1 and he reduces 1 damage, so that's 3 damage into Thanos. Now Magneto is throwing that pickup truck into Thanos, who is only blocking 1, reducing, so he still takes another point of damage. 2 other points of damage, sorry. And Magneto has still not attacked yet. Magneto is just spent 2 power. And Juggernaut spent 2 power, so he will Mothership to be closer to Thanos to actually roll his crits. And not roll his crits, to have rerolls on his attacks. And he still has 2 attacks, so I'm pretty sure it is not looking good for my buddy Thanos. Right now, he is blocking 1, but like I said, being within 2 gives him rerolls. Which, at the end of the day, that's 3. He's blocking 2, so he'll be taking only 1. So this next attack right here will have to be we are looking at 3 blocks versus 4 versus 5, so 2 more damage into the Glove Master. So he's sitting at 8. And now Mags will probably... no, I think he can't finish him off because he has thrown 2 stuff. So if he wants to throw that size 2, then no, he had 4 power, so he'll get to do it. So barrels being thrown. Oh, I guess not, because Mags. Oh, stop sign. So the stop sign. So 2 incoming damage going into things for now. He only needs to block 1. Oh my lord. Killed by a stop sign. That is too bad. It's gonna be a tough hill to come back from. And now there's only Proxima left to play this round. There are 2 people on that researcher. Corvus is went and there's still Toad, Iron Fist left. So yeah, that was a clutch play by Magneto. He threw everything at him. Nice piece of cookie. Proxima will be making an attack into Juggernaut. So only 1 damage went through. Will get poisoned. And stunned. But I think he's immune to stun. So I think Pack, Line Obsession. That's a pretty good attacker there. You got a crit on Fast and Hate side, but that is 4 incoming damage versus 1 block. Of course, Juggernaut ice punched one of those damage, so. And she played Medpack to heal herself, so she's now fully healthy, but not looking too great. So again, there's still a possibility that Corvus can be really deadly, but I think he's just going to be it's going to take not a miracle, but pretty close to a miracle for Barncat to get on the winning side of this, but he can still give him a run for his money. Juggernaut is going to be striking into Proxima with 8 dice, so that's probably his spender. And Proxima will martial prowess. Ooh, very nice block. She is blocking. Oh, that's too bad. She's blocking 3 out of 5. She's only going to be taking 2. Only, oh no, she reduces, so she's only taking 1. is going to get pushed. And now the center point, so that's going to be a 5-point round for Aston Hate. It's going to bring him to 10. I think he's just going to make Toad get on top of that container. I'm thinking acid into that. So he is blocking 2, and a 2 will go through. 1 will go through because of the reduction, but Corvus does get incinerated. Toad would probably could do it again. I think he will. Oh, he's rolling to see if he can flip the sword base, and he did. So, making it even more complicated for next round. Then Toad is just gonna hop away. And there he is. Hiding behind that dumpster like the Toad should do. Right now it's all Fast and Fate's activations left. So we got Iron Fist, who is going in with his big Mama Jama hit. I would probably wait it next round, but he is going to be able to give him a stagger since he's already activated. Ooh. So we are looking into 5. So 5, he is blocking 2 with the reduction. So that'll be 3 damage into Mr. Corvus, who I think now, since he already had an activated token, will be able to be thrown and get a stagger. And if there's something you don't want to have on your Corvus is Incinerate and Stagger. So, just 4 damage is dealt. It gains the Stagger special condition and thrown short. He did not throw him. I don't know why he didn't throw him, because he could have added an extra damage to him. Yeah, okay, now they're gonna do throw. I would just throw him into the container and get that extra damage into him. But I think he just wants to make his life even more complicated to get him back into the middle side of the map. Yep. There's definitely not going to be a husband and wife play coming up next round. Because they are way too far apart. That is end of the round. Frozen Hate is up 10-5. To be honest, I don't know what the play is right now for Barn Cats. I think maybe I would get Proxima to go on that base and then Corliss on this one and hope, because I think they have to forget the researcher at the moment, but if they forget about him, he will end up right here. Juggers and Magneto are still healthy. Still have a field dressing, a Heroes for Hire. Asteroid M has been played, they just forgot to flip it. And of course, Indomitable. On this side, field dressing is still there. And Blood to Spare. So we will be having a Blind Obsession Juggernaut. Very hot roll there. Not a bad block. So we are looking at 6 damage from Proxima on Mr. Juggernaut, who is blocking 2 and probably will reduce it, so he'll take 3 damage and go to 7. I think they're doing it again. Something wrong. 2 more crits. Juggernaut is not blocking anything, and we have 4 damage. Juggernaut is sitting on 7. You can see that Iron Fist is already checking for that field dressing. Next attack is going to be Heroes for Hire. So it's going to go into Iron Fist. Still a very good roll here. Proxima has been hot on the rolls. So we are looking at 5 damage, and he's blocking 2, so Iron Fist will be taking 3. But the upside of Heroes for Hire is since he survived, he gets to throw Proxima. This play would be to keep her close by so you can keep hidden on her. That construct should have stayed there. They are both size 2, and constructs do not just get destroyed if it's the same size. And I'm pretty sure Proxima is not a size 3. Size 2. Yeah, they put it back. I mean, it is possible that Proxima can live through this. You never know. It's dice. Dice can be dice. I've seen juggernauts with hammers just throw in, just get one hit out of 10 dice. But right now we are, I don't know, so many options. This juggernaut gets on this side. Proxima will be playing 7 dice. Oh yeah, because of Blind Obsession and Martial Prowess. So right now he's blocking 3 versus the 2. Proxima looking super good. It is clutch, madame. And of course, since Martial Prowess blocked, that's the day's Juggernaut. Wow. Yep, simply wow. Good job, Proxima. There are still 2 more missions in front of her right now, but hey, I'm a believer now. Is a Magneto attack into Proxima? What is this? That is a Darius Proxima from Mags. Yeah, he's looking for blood to spare. So in Black Order, character would be dazed by an enemy effect. It may spend 3 power to play this card. The character immediately makes an attack. But it doesn't say... He could attack Iron Fist. It just says that he makes an attack. Only one. Yeah, that is blocked. So I don't think there is a way for Corvus to be able to flip 2 sword bases. Mind you, right now, the problem is, how can Magneto fit? I think he's just going to throw those barrels away. Yep. Now he's got the researcher secured. Toad is GTFOing out of there. He's, oh, saw a green car, he hopped onto it. Classic Toad move right there. Just when you thought he was going one way, jumps onto a car. Flip the base, but yeah, I think he can't make it to the other one. Could be close. Oh no, that's done for Corvus. Oh, he had a stagger. Alright. Is it within one? And of course he's gonna push Corvus back. Oh. That's just rude. But it's fair. Yeah, he's just too far for anything. Like, hey man, jump over this. Alright, I think we're going to see a Proxima versus Juggernaut battle. And it's 3 going in. Juggernaut is dazed again? Question mark? Oh, he probably field dressed in that. Proxima. After the match, I will hop in their chat room and just have a quick little chit chat with the boys. But right now, I think it's just a formality, especially if the researcher is within one of that, no matter what happens. Right? That was my first surprise, is when he, at 16, he came in with Black Order. Because 16, you can still have a decent Guardians group there. You can bring in Star-Lord, Groot, Rocket, and that makes it a 8. You add, he had Ghost Rider, you can always add Ghost Rider, and then you're at 13. And his Hawkeye that he had, or Drax. That still would have been a good matchup. That's a KO Proxima. Yeah, you hit 16 and you're like, oh, and you got like researcher, but Thanos didn't pass the second round, I think, or early third round. So he got the whole city block thrown into him. And then Magneto asteroided M within that sweet spot so he can have his reroll. So, poor man, my main man, Thanos, didn't have any chance. That would have been a cool battle to see. Magneto versus Thanos. But at the beginning, I was sure Brotherhood was we're gonna have problems because Proxima went crazy, and Dazed Toad and Iron Fist. Well, she didn't daze Iron Fist by herself. She then husband and wife courted this in. Probably just wants sweet revenge and just kill the Toad for the end of the match. Going in with Death Blow. We're looking at 2 crits to get that Skull. Oh, that's not a bad attack roll right there. And that is 6 versus 2. So that is a dead Toad. Right? Corvus is like, man, I was in the middle of the action and somehow ended up fighting a Toad all night. This is my base. He's like, try to take that from me, Magneto. But yeah, that would be, boom. Game. Solid game. So Fast and Hate. I don't want to brag, and so far Fast and Hate has lost against only one person all season. And that person is this guy. Yes. Yes. I know the secret. And for 6 monthly payment of $49.99, I will sell you a book on how to beat Fast and Hate. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go in and go and see the boys. Right.
Playing with Black Order, you just make one error, right? That's all it takes. So, like I said, going back to that mothership play, it's probably too early in the game. And if I was going to do it, when I'm placing Proxima, doesn't need to be adjacent to Corvus, right? It probably needs to be more down here to try to block Juggernaut out of there, right? So that he can't potentially get to both. So as soon as I realized like how badly I screwed that up, and the fact that it was too early, you know, I could have also placed, Proxima on the other side of Corvus, knowing that Juggernaut's going to get in there and interact with the researcher anyhow. And had I maybe, so it's one of those things.
Also,
I'm fine
just so
with
you,
the.
know,
Yeah,
you,
go
could
ahead.
have, you could have you were on that train of thought, but I couldn't say it as judge. But you could have mothershipped her in, field dressed Thanos, activate Thanos, then he could have medpacked himself.
Yeah. There was a lot of. Well, I think Thanos ended up dazing after that mothership move. Is the other thing. So
he was already dazed by then.
Oh yeah. So there's. I don't think I could have afforded it with Proxima. Is that right?
You could have.
Okay. Well, that's just another misplay, right? But as soon as I saw the mothership placement and I thought about it, I was like, I just didn't like it. But yeah, just with Black Order, it comes down to one or two key errors in a game, and it's over. At that point, you're hoping to get bailed out by dice, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Actually, I did see the field dressing play with Thanos because I'm thinking back to it, and there was still a Juggernaut activation to come. So, without having the ability to med pack him, right? At that point, there didn't seem like to be a lot of value to field dress him just to have him get dazed, right?
Well, what I meant was that since there's only a Juggernaut activation left, that meant when you did it, then you would field dress him, and then after the field dressing, you can activate Thanos, and he has all the power in the world to med pack himself.
Yeah, I guess that's an option.
And also just misplace everyone, displace everyone as a result.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. Still, it doesn't stop the fact that Corvus is getting chucked off to the side of the board. I needed a bit of a. I don't know how desperate of a play it was with just trying to get 2 damage on Toad. I think the average with a reality gem and the pierces and all the stuff that Corvus got at his disposal is probably like 3 on Toad. More often than not. I was only asking for 2 and I got 1. If I set up a death blow, that would have allowed me to get a medium move off of the attack into Iron Fist. I could have activated Proxima, potentially dazed Iron Fist or KO'd him at that point. If I'd hit a flurry, it would have given me another attack into him, and it would have put me in range of Death's Decree for that flurry into him. So that was the only point of recovery after that whole entire disaster there. And then it was just kind of a landslide of sorrow into Thanos after that. So it is what it is. But, I'd said it a couple times during the game. I mean, this is why I really want to move off of Black Order. I had just stopped having fun with them after I kind of realized this as far as using them in a game. It's a negative game experience for either your opponent or you. There is very little in between with Black Order, and it's just very punishing. In this case, it was just a very unfun experience for me playing poorly. And then just, losing the dice battle a little bit after turn 1. And by a little bit, I think it was pretty much a landslide from then on out. He didn't have exceptionally great attack dice, but it was always enough to get in what you needed. And just Thanos just not interested in defending himself too much. Really hurt. So
Well, he did get a whole Sid block thrown into him. So that was a
sure. I mean, if there's one character that can probably withstand that a little bit.
it should have been him.
But taking 17 damage after reductions and all that other stuff, so realistically more likely 21 to 22 damage and essentially 2 rounds is a bit much. So it is what it is. I have never professed to be a good Black Order player, and I think I demonstrated that today. So for anybody that I ran into in League that was worried about the Black Order side, I always went in with Guardians more often than not.
It was one of my questions, and Crab really wanted to know too, is why the Black Order instead of Guardians?
I mean, I'm choosing threat level and it's research station, right?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna play Black Order,
You're gonna
this
play
is
it
about
at
the
16.
biggest no-brainer situation in the world here, right?
Yeah.
I knew exactly what he'd be running for a list at this threat level. I think as soon as he saw that we had Sword and Research Station,
Yeah.
We're seeing Black Order, right? There is nothing about that, right? It's a no-brainer for both of us. So
Yeah. It's the Sweet 16 for Black Order. Really.
yeah, and it's on a perfect crisis for them.
Mhm.
So you just it happens sometimes with Black Order, but it really comes down to the key errors more than anything. And when you have a great list like Mr. Fascinates put together here,
Yeah.
like it can capitalize on a lot of that stuff. I don't run Brace, I don't run Indomitable. I probably could have brought an Indomitable out here knowing that there'd be a Do You Know Who I Am to cancel that out. But I felt that if I'd done some better things placement-wise with my
Mhm.
models, and having priority, that Blind Obsession would be a more appropriate choice. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't think Mr. Fascinated made really any glaring errors or anything.
No, he
I
it was really played correctly, and
it's pretty
every
straight.
little mistake that could have he either made or was there, he took advantage of it, and that throw is what really pretty much swung the whole battle around. A long throw like that, and he got the whole distance of it.
Yeah, the nail in the coffin was just Corvus's dead dice.
Mhm.
In round 2. If I get up to 4, again, that death blow takes a Corvus from being
Yeah.
here, right, to where we're now
There.
here, right? So, because that that terrain was still there, so that death blow does that, and now we're
Mhm.
looking at 2 range to get into some of these models here with that flurry and generating some power off that to activate Proxima. But
Yeah.
I can also death blow off of that, and the flurry is it's never a guarantee.
Yeah.
But that was the best Hail Mary I had left.
But like I said, it's like you were about to do it, and I said his best play would actually be to get some power. It's going to be a gamble. He only needs 2, so he can easily do it on Toad, and then do his attack and move medium. And I was like, really? That's happening? And then after that, your attack on
It
Iron
is.
Fist just did 1 damage. So it was like Corvus gave all his dice to Proxima, who's hot your whole
Yeah,
match.
Proxima was fine.
was on
Yeah.
fire. And
She was fine.
I especially like that days on Juggernaut with Martial Prowess. It was pretty sweet.
I was surprised. Fascinated. I was really surprised you bothered to attack her. 8 on 7.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the martial prowess. I just wanted to I wanted to get the push is what I was going for.
Yeah,
Just
makes sense.
just to try to I was trying to push her. I think I positioned over here to push her away. I think that was the turn where I died, or maybe it was the one after. You
Yeah.
killed him twice. She killed him twice, so
Yeah.
good on her.
Yeah, it's just a landslide of things. Again, for me, that just all stems from a poor use of Mothership. I still, obviously keeping Thanos on a healthy side is important, but
Yep.
Anybody that has ever really paid very much close attention to my bumbling into this top cut would probably tell you that Guardians have been the key at what I do. I'm just a lot more familiar with what they're doing there, but with the way that this list is constructed, you get an opportunity to play at 16 on Research Station.
It's
you're
hard to
playing-
pass. It's hard to pass.
It's not something you pass on. You don't. I mean, I don't even really have a competent Guardians list at 16.
Yeah, I was trying to build one off my head with what you had, and I was like, yeah,
They're just,
but
there's
still,
no point.
it's like,
Yeah, there's no point. It's too much of a sweet zone for Black Order.
Yeah.
They're, my last opponent, old House Party podcast, Will, had done a recap of our game, and he's so correct in the fact that all season long, Black Order for me has just been nothing but a red herring. They're literally meant for niche specific things. This fit them specifically and specifically well. But again, Black Order, you make a single mistake, or in my case, maybe two, depending on how you want to look at it. I guess I'll have to rewatch it. But yeah.
well, where's a great way to rewatch that, right? Just
Yeah. Head over to Old Silas's Twitch channel.
there you go.
For what it's worth, I in any of my games, I don't know if I'm ever gonna win. Like, even if I, go and pop over into the TTS LFG channel, like, I don't know, all I'm gonna try to do is just damage, let's go from there. I got a question for you, Fast and Hate, because this is something I was kind of laboring over when I was looking at your list.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
I was very sure that you'd go Secures. Very sure about that because we just have too much in common on these,
Yeah, the extracts are
extracts. I mean, worst case scenario was that I didn't want priority either. I assume that you might have been a little bit more indifferent, but I didn't want priority. I wanted to be able to choose threat level because I was trying to really avoid your list at 20. But if we had landed something like, let's say, Mutant Madmen and Alien Ship, right? That's 18 and 20 for you, and that's pretty good. What do you think you would have ran at, say, 18? Because I'm not giving you 20.
On Mutant Madman. Oh,
And Alien Ships or something, right?
so B. That one I'm probably. You know what? It's so hard to think. We know kind of what the history. I might have run a Mystique list
That's what I was leaning to. Yeah.
because I have played. Like I said it in my last game, I played a lot of Mystique games. The last two games have been Magneto, but I've played a bunch of Mystique, including I think the game I lost to you, Nick.
Yeah.
That was my loss on the season. I'm pretty sure that was a Mystique game. But yeah, I probably on the Bs, I would probably consider doing that because I like my lists with that. Like it's probably I like Scarlet Witch and Mystique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and let's see, Rogue. I got 6 more points. I can go. It depends on the extract. I can go Black Cat or I can go Quicksilver and play and have 3.
Yeah, the extract
Very
we ended
fast
up with
models.
is
Mhm.
I'd be really shocked with a single extract that I wouldn't see her out there,
Yeah.
right? Especially in a Mystique list. I didn't think you'd go Witch. I thought maybe something more along like I figured Rogue makes a lot of sense.
Rogue is so
maybe-
good.
Oh yeah. Something a little bit more even like this is what I was a little bit more worried about.
Yeah, I could do that one too. Or I do like Juggernaut as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's Mystique being only 3. It gives me a lot of flexibility with that. It's pretty. I love the Black Order leaderships. They're so polar opposites. You can go quasi wide, hard objective with
Yeah, same.
Mystique, and still have like a couple of pretty heavy hitters, and
Yeah.
then a bunch of mobile. Like honestly, Black Cat, Quicksilver, and Mystique, they can get all over the board. Just
yeah,
the 3 of
yeah.
those. Like that is. I'm such a big fan of that, especially if on any like the 5 extracts on the Fs, like
Yeah.
you can get
Super
everywhere.
Scoundrels, I think.
yeah,
That's
Which one
a
is the right one?
that's
a secure.
secure,
Oh,
but
Secure.
yeah, you know what the cores or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's so good to have that, and
Yeah.
also just for flipping too. Like
Yep.
Mystique's leadership is so underrated with
Mhm.
I
just
think
like
it's underrated. I don't, especially
so
since
few
it's, you know,
people play it.
so-
Because you lose the power generation from Magneto, but you get like discounts.
Nobody
her.
is. I promise you, nobody at this point on, now that you're in top 8,
Oh yeah,
is discounting Mystique's leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big
That
fan.
is, it is not a secret at this point.
Have you ever
Uh,
thought of running that card where you can switch leadership during match and run a Mystique Magneto, and you start with Mystique for the reduction and the power that you get from using on.
Tip-
an
I don't. If I'm playing Juggernaut, like Juggernaut's a free. I usually can get 3 power out of Juggernaut's activation
Mhm.
from Magneto's. So like with Mystique, you're probably getting in the first turn. You're getting 3 free power if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So Magneto's is still more efficient. So if I was playing Magneto, I'm probably just gonna run Magneto's leadership. It's
Okay.
I don't think I'd ever run Magneto with Mystique under Mystique's leadership. But I play them together, but it's usually under Magneto's.
Gotcha.
Plus, it's a card, right? The cards are so good.
Yeah.
It's tough to give a card for a potential benefit, versus the cards I usually bring are like victory points, right?
Mhm.
Actions or victory points are what I'm looking for out of my cards.
Well, yeah, you know, great game, man. You know, I think Sooner had called it. You know, it's going to be Guardians or Brotherhood of Mutants all over the top 8 for him. So, a bunch of other Guardians lists out there, a little bit more well-rounded than mine. So, hopefully, this is going to give you some insight into that. And yeah, best of luck, man. You know, it is what it is. I think I made it farther in this thing than I ever expected to. Being a first season and everything, and being new to miniature games or anything in general. Just started playing this back in December, right? And
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Like
Well,
this December?
like October, basically, yeah. And I mean, look, I've probably gotten in more reps in this game than probably anybody on the planet in the last 3 months. I mean, I just finished this game right now, right? To anybody that might be watching,
I'll play it.
I'll be over in the LFP channel in about 5 minutes or less, right? You know, to be able to try to bridge the gap from more experienced, you know, war game or miniature players, you know, I just had to get in reps. So
Yeah, same
I've
with me.
probably played like 100, 150 games since December, as soon as I found the TTS server.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, from December until about mid-February, I was probably averaging 2 to 3 games a night, 6 days a week, I'd say.
Oof. Yeah,
Um,
that'll get you good quick. That's a lot of practice.
It's-
And honestly, the talent level, like people are really good. Like people are just really good in the game. I've when I do pop into that look for group channel, like those are not like easy games. Like the people are on it. They're like got good
Yeah.
lists and are good
Yeah.
players. It's you're steel sharpening steel out there.
Right.
It's even though it's friendly, it's still competitive.
You know, if you play enough games on there, and if you just play against anybody, it is a bit of a mixed match, right? Like, I think I've gotten really good competition out of the league. Like, you know, like in taking a look at these Brotherhood rosters and this being well constructed, and some of the splashes that you have that just makes sense with what you're doing. It's just a little bit more refined over here, right? To where some of the pickup games, right? I think the biggest thing for me in doing the pickup games is, you know, I like the reps. Every once in a while, I get to play against a new player, help them out.
Yeah.
And that's been really big for me. Something that I've really enjoyed. The community's been really good to me. I've always been able to have a good conversation in game, post game. This is probably the least chatty during a game that I've ever been. Only because I was pretty mad at myself throughout it. Not necessarily the dice, because, I mean, with Black Order, you can get diced up, absolutely. But, that mothership play, as soon as I did it, I'm like, there it is. Like, I've got an uphill battle now. And, it's one of those things. But really, the community's been really awesome to me. I wouldn't even have bothered to sign up for League if, I really like my playtesting partner. Shout out to a dude that's been extremely helpful to me, Mr. Blair Bunky. Some people might know him from the X-Wing community. He got me into this game, and he introduced me to a guy that he knew from X-Wing named Morgan Reed. And my first ever not versus my buddy Blair game was against Morgan. And it was a really eye-opening experience. And beat the dog piss out of me in that game. But he was really gracious with his time after the match. I was running a bit of a goofier Guardians list, and he said, "Have you ever thought about going dual affiliated?" So, well, yeah, I just, he's like, "Well, what other affiliations have you kind of liked playing with so far?" I said, "Well, I like Black Order, right?" It's like, you should try to plug in Black Order with these guys, and then maybe change around some of your extracts a little bit, and then see how that goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, so this list, I may have come to this conclusion on my own, but it probably doesn't exist without, obviously, his input. But more importantly, he had actually kind of, pumped me up and given me some motivation into this game to where you've got a guy that's at that level that says, you should sign up for the League. I think you'd probably do pretty well. I'm like, really? Like, I've never played against anybody else besides, like, childhood best friend, right? And I was like, well, I'm a really competitive dude. I don't just want to go in and get smashed, right? And he's like, well, if you get in some reps between now and then, he's like, I think you got a good starting point. So I kind of went overboard and put in a shit ton of reps, right? So Morgan, if you get a chance to watch this, I'm sorry I let you down with the Black Order stuff. Really bummed that I let my playtest partner down as well. Let myself down, but I also outright lost this game very clearly to a very well-constructed list, and obviously a good player. So making it this far, even making cut,
But
more than I could ask for.
like I said earlier in stream, I am coming out with a book next week on how to beat Fast and Hate, and for 6 easy payments of $49.99.
It's true. You played Guardians, weren't you?
No, I was Midnight Suns with
Yeah.
with Ronan.
You had Ronan. Yeah, I just remember Ronan just putting in work on my team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
congratulations, man.
that book is coming out, and for a limited time, if you buy one, you get another one free. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I should probably just invest on, my next list, get off this Black Order crap, give myself a little bit more room for error, right? And get back on with trying to go and kill some folks and get back to that. Got a sexy Guardians list that I am working on and I've been playing on the side. I wish I had a little bit more stones to pivot into that, for the final cut. But like I kind of told, I think it was Old Finger Guns. We were chatting over in the Guardians Discord server. I was ragging and on about Ebony Maw. I just love him in Guardians, right?
Yeah.
Space Maw, to be precise.
Space Maw is amazing.
And I've got a rogue in there, and as well as I brought Nebula back out of obscurity. So that is a fun list to run. It's very versatile at every threat level, just about. And no more Black Order blues. So I am happy that they burnt me out this one last game, though. I deserve this. I was feeling pretty good about the 16 threat in the matchup, and I did myself in with my poor Black Order play. So
that's the last nail in the coffin you needed there to get rid of Black Order and then focus on a new sexy
Focus on
Guardian list.
my Space Maw.
Yeah.
If anybody's still listening at this point of my ramblings, I promise Space Maw is a thing. Got a far better win rate with Space Maw than I do Black Order.
Yeah.
So cheers.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for the game, guys. It was a pleasure to host this wonderful match. And Barn Cat.
Shout out to our judge. Yeah, shout out to the judge.
Shadow Marvel.
Everything that you corrected was just like another knife into my side. But they needed to be done.
My apologies.
If you got to twist it, man, just do it. No, I'm all about it. I'm glad.
I helped you stop playing Black Order.
Yeah, me too. Let's. I'm gonna keep working at it, and let's see if we can make people start whining about Space Maw.
There you go.
I promise he's a thing. I promise.
I believe you.
He did call a couple in your favor, Sly, so you got to give him credit.
Was it the one where Corvus got moved off to the side so that way he could live longer?
No, he called the power on Magneto, so he couldn't get that third throw on you.
Well, I was about to get into that myself because I was like, "Hey, wait a minute! You only did 3 damage, homie."
And I saw it too.
He did beat me to it. I'm not counting that. That's Blair. That's my dude. Wouldn't even be playing this game without him, so it's been a hoot. I don't know. I'm gonna go smoke a cig and shake my head a little bit. Fascinate, great job, man. I sincerely hope you do really well. Like I said, somebody that's been really good to me. I am officially back in the. If I got to choose somebody to win this thing, I hope it's Morgan. He's been a a great influence on me in this game, and so if you make it to the finals, Fascinate, I hope you play Morgan and lose a close game.
The betting is on Morgan being there, not me. That's for sure. That's this is the farthest I've gotten, so I'm feeling lucky right now. So hopefully I keep the luck going.
Good, man. Like